All right, what's good, YouTube? So next, what I want to talk about is my strategy, my income strategy on how I plan on leveraging the military with my entrepreneurship. So for the longest time, I was struggling on like how can I make the most of this military situation, but then I'm an entrepreneur at heart, so I didn't want to lose my energy for my entrepreneurship. So that's really my creative escape more than to make money. Of course, we all want to make money, but being an entrepreneur is just my way to be creative. It's my outlet. It's my opportunity to connect and network with people. It's my passion. I can help people. I can do community work. Like that's how I can get out all the things of my spirit that I want to get out is through my entrepreneurship. So I didn't want to get to the point to where I got too tied into the military to where I cannot express myself creatively. So I feel like I found a way to balance that out. Um, Military does take up a lot of your time, but you also have a lot of free time as well. If you manage your situation right in the military, you do have free time. You just got to make the most of your time. You just got to apply all of your efficiency that you have with the military to your regular life and schedule out your days just so you can have free time to do what you need to do as far as your entrepreneurship. But as far as what I'm going to do now, I've always helped people. Like the big thing right now is social media. And it was big a year ago, it was big 2 years ago, big 3 years ago, and it's still growing. So everybody wants to be big on social media. Everybody wants to be popular on social media. I've gotten a decent following on social media. I got like 12, 13,000 followers on Instagram. But my goal was never to be popular on Instagram. I just use Instagram as a tool to promote my business. I actually don't even like Instagram, and that's a whole nother story. I don't even like social media, to be honest with you. But I did get on social media to take advantage of. It's basically like a free website. You know, I wanted to take advantage of the traffic, take advantage of that energy, and it's a great place to market your business. Um, so yeah, so basically, what I'm doing now is I'm gonna get this YouTube page started, and my biggest thing is how I'm investing my money. That's what I'm focusing on right now. So I have my income from the Army. Also do graphic design. I do social media marketing, and I do photography as well. I'm not able to do photography right now because, of course, I'm in training. But when I get out of here, I definitely gonna get back into photography. But with the income that I have and income that I save, the new strategy is just to make sure I take care of it and put it in the right places. Previously, where I messed up at is I didn't really have a good saving strategy, and I wasn't really thinking about retirement at all, just because I felt like I was going to be rich, and all of my business was going to take off, and everything was just going to be cool, and it was just going to be like a music video, like me on a boat throwing dollars everywhere, you know, with champagne and big chains and the whole music video scene. I had that in my head, like, you know, since I was a kid. But the reality of it is, it don't always work out like that. You know, as far as being an entrepreneur, sometimes you take losses, sometimes you wins. You got ups and downs, and it's not always the pretty music video picture that you have in your head. So the reality of it is, you have to save and you have to invest, and that's what I learned. When I was an early entrepreneur, I would make money and I would get big checks, and I would invest in high risk investments, and I would invest in people, and I would just be trying to flip my money and flip, 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 flip. I had a street mentality when it came to money, like get it, flip it, get it, flip it, spend it, get it, flip it, spend it. That was like the program. But now, as I'm getting older, I'm learning that you got to put away money and you got to put your money somewhere where your money is making money, and not just a quick flip. I feel like that's like level one of investing. Get some money, flip it, get some money, flip it, spend it. And that strategy is no good for me. It might work for some people, but it definitely didn't work for me because it put me in a position to make money, but I was working to make money, to work, to make money, to work, to make money, to spend money, to work, and I was just going through my own little rat race. The whole purpose of being an entrepreneur is to get out of the rat race, but I actually ended up creating a rat race of my own by just making money, spending money, trying to flip money, working to multiply my money. And I was just working for the money too much. But now I'm discovering the next level of my entrepreneurship is I need to make my money work for me. And before, I felt like making my money work for me was just put my money into let's say a car, sell the car, flip the car, get the return. And that's one way to make your money work. But what I'm on now is how I'm going to get a certain percentage from my dollar. One of the first steps I've taken, one of the first steps is to reinvest my money or take my money out of my current bank accounts, which was Wells Fargo and Bank of America. I had two savings accounts with Wells Fargo and Bank of America, and I took it out of there. The reason why I took my money out of there was because um, I found out that there are other banks or like online banks or just different banks with higher interest rate. I think my interest rate was like 0.08 or something like ridiculously small, like less than 1%. And basically, like your money is not making any money in using those type of accounts. I didn't have my money in there to make money in the first place, but I just had my money in there just because, you feel like you put your money in the bank, that's a safe place to put it, and that's what we're programmed to do is put money in the bank. But after just doing a lot of research, I saw that it was other banks that had higher interest rates, uh, higher interest rates, basically to hold your money. So I figure if I'm gonna have my money sitting there, I might as well get a little interest. So I found an account, Synchrony. Ally and Synchrony was the two bank accounts that I saw the best reviews for, and they both had like over 2% interest rate. And 2%, wow, what is that? That's not like nothing, but it's a lot better than 0.08%. So I figure over the long haul, I can store my money there and I can make more money on my dollar. And that's just a small step in the right direction as far as wealth building. I study people who make a lot of money and have built wealth and made millions of dollars and things like that. And I just noticed the common thing is how much money does your money make and where do you store your money and is your money working for you? So even at the smallest level to rebuild my foundation, I just decided to put my money somewhere where my money can work for me. So I can let that money sit there for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years and build up and get a compound interest and get regular interest and just build instead of me moving backwards and spending the money. So my new concept is to make sure I have my savings and put my money places where my money will grow. So I'm looking into compound interest accounts. I'm looking into Roth IRAs. I'm looking into real estate, and I'm just looking to put my money places where it's going to work and build and grow. So that's basically the first major step. A lot of people are using these banks like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase, all of the typical banks that you see every day. But there are banks online where you can actually get a higher interest rate. And once again, it's not nothing crazy. You're not going to hit the jackpot with this, but it is going to be a step in the right direction and get you to understand the concept of letting your money sit and make money. And that's how you build long term wealth. Letting your money make money and letting your money that you made, your interest from that money, make money versus getting into debt and being below zero. For the longest time, I've been in debt, being literally below zero. When you're in debt, you're below broke. Like zero is having no money. Being in debt, you have less, you owe money. So a lot of people have the idea that they're doing well because they have a certain car, a certain house, or certain material things. But at the end of the day, you are below zero. So like that is the worst type of situation you can be in. So I've been on a journey of getting debt free and just through that, just learning more about my finances and being a more responsible adult with my money and just putting everything, where it's supposed to be. Another big thing that I'm doing now is paying myself first. That's a concept that I heard literally like years ago, but I never really super like implied it. But paying yourself first is a big deal. You pay everybody else, you pay your bills, you pay all of your debtors, you paying everybody, but you got to make sure you put something away for yourself for the long term, something for you to build your empire off of. So lately, I've been putting about 10% away for myself. I'm looking to increase that more as I get my debt down. But those are a couple just early steps that's definitely helped me shift my whole income and savings and investments and my mindset more than anything. Paying yourself first, it feels good as well. Like it's a shift in your energy when you pay yourself first. When you get your check and you have to pay off 10 bills and you look what you got for yourself and it's little to nothing, it doesn't feel good. Now when I get my check, it feels good because I'm putting away for myself, and I know I'm gonna flip that money in the right way. I'm gonna put it somewhere where my money is making money, and I'm making a certain percentage on every dollar that I'm bringing in, and that's the concept that I've adopted. But yeah, pay yourself first. That's a huge, huge step. Like if you just go to YouTube, type in "pay yourself first," you can find so many videos of the experts or people who are supposedly making money, or the people that are making money. Who knows? Who knows what was happening on YouTube? But I mean, the message is all the same. So pay yourself first. Look up the concept, study it. It's helped me a lot, and also just trying to put my money in the accounts where it yields a higher interest than the typical banks, or just putting my investment somewhere where I know it's going to yield a higher investment. So that's basically the concept that's helped me a lot, and it's helping me on my new journey. It's helping my mindset. I just completely switched. At this point, I've had time just to think about what I've been doing with my finances and all the money that I've made. I get the opportunity to sit back and be like, okay, you made all this money in your lifetime. I'm 33 years old. What do you have to show for it? What have you invested in? What's growing? And I had to sit back and realize, like, not much. Like, I bought cars. I went on some vacations. I spent money on jewelry, which doesn't make sense, thinking about it now. I've had a hell of a life experience, and that's great, and I don't regret it. I have a whole lot of stories and a whole lot of fun stuff that I've done in my life. But at the end of the day, it's like, what did I have for the future? What's growing right now? What assets do I have? And it's not much. So just being here and having time to really think about my decisions financially, it's taking me on this new journey. So that's basically, the game I wanted to give out, for this video is put your money somewhere where it's going to make money. If you don't know how much your interest rate is, just look it up. If you have Wells Fargo or Bank of America, just look it up, just Google it, or go to the website and you'll find out and you'll see. And it's probably less than 1%. And I would definitely want to put my money somewhere where it's making a little more interest than that. Even if it's not a lot of interest, it's not make or break. This is not going to make you a millionaire overnight, but it is something you can implement in your strategy. That's another thing. Being wealthy or being rich or being well off or accumulating wealth is not about hitting the jackpot. My older concept was about hitting the jackpot and just doing something big and having something take off. But what I'm realizing now is, from what I've seen, it's a bunch of small steps. Some things are going to yield a higher percentage than others, but one small step is just getting your money in the right place and building that foundation and paying yourself first. That's actually two small steps, and that's going to help you build your foundation to get to the next level. So that's another thing I want to let you guys know. It's not about hitting a jackpot, especially for like the younger people. That's who I really want to speak to, because I'm 33, so most people my age probably done already figured the game out, or they're already on their way, or maybe not, who knows. But if you are younger, 16, 17, 18, and you trying to figure out how to get rich or how to make money or how to build wealth or how to be financially free, that's one thing I can tell you. I'm not rich yet. I hope, well, not I hope, I know I'm going to show you guys the journey through my YouTube and show you the progress, and, have me get everything together to show you how I built my wealth. But definitely put your money somewhere where it's going to work for you, and pay yourself first. Those are two things that I want to, definitely like push in your head to let you know that those two are guaranteed to work for you. So feel free to do your own research. One thing that worked for me for YouTube is every time I see one YouTuber talk about something, I just type in a concept and see other people. Then I Google it and I try to see how many different people are on that same page, or if they just talking some craziness. But type in "pay yourself first." Do that after you go to this video. Type in "pay yourself first" and look up so much stuff, and that's probably gonna take you on a whole new financial journey of information, because it's so many people giving so much game on the internet right now. So take advantage. Hopefully this was the seed that help you go on your journey and learn more. I hope to make more videos to give you guys more information on what I know in my experience so you guys can learn from me. But even more, like I said, for the younger people, if I had this knowledge at 16, 17, 18, I would guarantee be a millionaire right now because I would have already been on a different journey. That's it for now. So pay yourself first, Google it, look it up. If you guys have any questions, concerns, have anything you want to hear about, anything you're interested, just go ahead and drop a comment below. I'm getting everything started right now, so I'm just building my foundation. Eventually, I'll have a legit setup and lights and all that beautiful stuff all the other YouTubers got. But right now, I'm in my barracks, at the Army, just figuring it out, making it happen. And instead of thinking about it, I just decided to come on here and just start doing it. So there we go. So, hopefully this was something valuable for you guys, and drop a comment below, subscribe. Like I said, I'm getting everything started. So, the more engagement I can get from my, online community, the better. So there you go.